Alright. Like I said, it is the remastered version, so that's kind of exciting. Live scene. Game capture.
Don't you want to become a cult leader? Since the death of God, there's been a vacancy open. You could fill that void.
Yako Enif. This is gonna be extremely strange playing this on PC. Let's double check the options real fast. Yako! Why? Okay. This is a pet peeve that I have. About games in general. Why the fuck aren't subtitles default? the ability to flip flip emotes and put sunglasses on them. Now you got it. And that's extremely exciting. But yeah, genuinely, why the fuck isn't that just like a thing? Why don't they just auto-enable? I feel like they should. If people don't want them, they can turn them off. I feel like most people need subtitles at this point for whatever reason. So just make it happen. I think that's everything. We'll play on normal, thank you. Motion blur should also be off
Stephen
by
King
default.
once wrote
Facts.
that nightmares exist outside of logic,
Sketchy.
and there's little fun
How are
to
you
be had
doing?
in explanations.
Is
They're
that too
antithetical
quiet?
to
That
the
seems too
poetry.
quiet. Sorry, we're gonna pause for a second because that looks way too quiet. Now where has the sound gone? Game? Okay,
But there can
it
be no
goes.
explanation, and there shouldn't be one.
Mac
The
and cheese and
unanswered
shit,
mystery is
Shin?
what stays with us the longest, and it's what we'll remember in the
Nice!
end. My name is Alan Wake. I'm a writer.
Is it too loud now? Now that the sound is back, is it too loud? Or is it fine?
I've always had a vivid imagination, but this dream unsettled me. It was wild and dark and weird, even by my standards. So yes, it began with a dream. Following a typical nightmare pattern, I was late, desperately trying to reach my destination, a lighthouse. For some urgent reason, I couldn't remember. I'd been driving too fast down a coastal road to get there.
Arby's Witch! Wowee.
I'd seen the hitchhiker too late.
Had the hitchhiker considered not standing in the middle of the road? My god.
He was dead. I was convinced they'd put me in jail and I would never see Alice again.
And then he vanished.
Suddenly, his body was gone.
This game came out in like 2010,
I was in
2011,
shock from
right?
the crash. I could hardly stand my feet.
Whoa! So sensitive. Oh, you want... No. 2010? Thank you. Was this the Deadly Premonition alternative start? Yes. Accurate. Not the books on the ground. Fuck if you're horny. Sorry. You
I
looked
had
it
to
up?
go to
Okay.
the lighthouse. I knew there was something important waiting for me there.
Yeah,
The
well,
radiator
Alan,
had
wait a
broken when it hit
minute.
The hitchhiker. The car wasn't going anywhere.
Okay. I wanted to... Alan Wake is one of the few people who's written more books than he's read. Oh no. Oh no. Yeah, I remember playing this with Emmy. was one of the, not one of the first games. Well, no, I guess it was one of the first games that we like seriously played together. It was Mass Effect, Dark Souls, and this, right? But I genuinely barely remember anything about this dang game.
The bridge had collapsed. I'd have to find another way
Not
to the
the Ernest
lighthouse.
Cline. Not like Ernest Cline. Thermos. Okay. Let's go. Look, it's... Excuse you? He's gonna do a back bend, and he's gonna come at me. Going, whoa!
Recognize me, do you, Ryder? You think you're God? You think you can just make up stuff?
Yes.
Play with people's lives and
Absolutely.
adds to the drama?
I hate this over-the-shoulder camera nonsense. I'll get used to it, but until then... First horror novel was, really, the Bible.
Damn.
Ah! Try it again! Dodge the attack! Oh my god. It's so wiggly. It's so wiggly. This is fine.
Feel to die by the hands of your oppressor.
Sir. Alan is drunk. He needs help. Don't break my lights. Oh, this is gonna be great. It's gonna be great. I'm very excited. Alan, I need you to run, buddy. You can't just putter around.
This way, this way!
Who's that? I also have to, like, angle the camera just to run straight. Pardon's your opinion on third-person cameras. Ah!
Hey, Stuart, remember?
I don't remember. Right, you just gotta carefully... It's so loud.
Oh no!
This man's face, though. Oh, wow.
Stop!
What are you doing? You're not gonna stop him.
Damn it, die! No! No! No!
Wowie.
I was trapped. There was no way out.
It also keeps setting the camera to, like, stare straight up. Rude. Rude. Okay, well... Is there a weapon I can have? I do remember that scaring the shit out of me, though. I know you gotta get out, but how? Alan, I need you to be a little more responsive, okay?
Follow the light.
Oh, not the heartbeats. It's because I'm dying. That's why.
You are
Don't.
hurt. You should go into the light. You are
Okay.
only safe there.
Okay, I get it. Let me get there. Great, we're fine now.
Well done. I have something important to tell you. It goes like this. For he did not know that beyond the lake he called home lies a deeper, darker ocean green, where waves are both wilder
You do
and
get
more
to fight
serene.
barrels
To
and
its ports I've
crates.
been. To its ports I've been. Do you understand?
No.
Right? Do you understand what I'm telling you? No, I don't. Yeah.
I entered your dream to teach you The
That is
darkness
correct,
dangerous.
Travis.
It's sleeping now.
That just means we have to make sure that Alan doesn't ever get close to
I
death.
can only show you the most important thing. The hitchhiker has been taken over by the Dark Presence. You can't hurt him now. The darkness protects him from
Barrels
all
and
harm.
crates, barrels and
Only
crates.
light can drive
I'm a
the
little
darkness
boy
away
who
and
loves
make you
barrels and
vulnerable
crates.
again. Here, take
Oh, that is what I did forget to do that, didn't I? I forgot to update everything. It might be in the content warnings. Sorry. Just like jumped right into the game, didn't we? Alan Wake. Alan Wake. Let me just double check to see if it is actually in here. Does a baby cry? I am kind of shocked that that's not one of the ones in Does the Dog Die? I'll add it as a little addendum at the very end, though. Give me just a second. Sorry, y'all. Alright. That is updated, and then... Please, Google. Game Link is also updated. Sorry, now I'm thinking about Little Lad, but Barrels and Crates.
Pick up the flashlight.
Barrels and Crates, Barrels and
Flashlight
Crates.
toward him and burn the darkness away.
Get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here.
You did it. Now the darkness no longer protects him, but it's still inside, controlling him. He can't be saved. He's still a threat. He is
Don't
still
push
your
me.
enemy. Here, take the gun.
Okay, thank you for the revolver. His head just rotated
You've done
like
well. Remember what I taught you.
around.
That is all. I will give you back your dream.
Ah!
In the nightmare, a terrible darkness was taking over the
Didn't
world.
like that.
The lighthouse was the last safe place on Earth.
Okay, let's go. I should reload. Oh. Okay, this is very wiggly.
You made me this way, and now I'm gonna
Okay, this is fine. This is fine. I might...
This is it.
Ah! Might consider swapping to a controller? Mayhaps? I don't know. Also might not.
Just like
The exact same as Halo? Holy shit, my dudes. Is that how it works in Halo? You just shine a light at them? Alan, I need you to run and not just constantly try to dodge before you run, okay, buddy?
I can keep this up forever.
I remember playing, I mean, like, we played this on the Xbox when it came out. It's a little wiggly. We'll try it with the keyboard for the time being, though. Alan, I need you to hustle, my guy. Again, leisurely running away from danger. This is fine. Oh, hey, look, a thermos. Thermos? Thermos? Slowly picks it up. Alan, I need you to run! Alan is useless. I think he wants to get got by the darkness. I think he needs to become an Olympic sprinter, though. There is danger nearby. We have got to go. Look! He can't be in any worse physical condition than I am. And I would be sprinting until my lungs explode. Which would not take very long, but I'd still be doing it. He's gotta hurry.
Just another nightmare. Everything's fine. You dozed off.
Right. Anything more than dozed off would be news for everyone.
Cheer up, handsome. We're here.
The way this man exists. Welcome to Bright Falls! I mean, that's the whole point of the game. Your wife goes missing. You gotta find her. Have you seen my wife? She told me to meet her in our special place.
Let's act like we're on vacation. Go stand next to that old gentleman there. I want a shot of you with the town in the background.
Can we not?
Sure.
Hi.
I'll even give you a title for the shot. A city boy, moments before he got eaten by a bear.
Hi.
Hello there. You picked a good time to visit our town. Deerfest is just 2 weeks away.
Deerfest, huh? Did you hear that, honey?
Ah, yeah, Deerfest.
You have a lovely
It's not
life.
really spoilers.
If you don't mind me saying. I'm Pat Maine, by the way. Nice to meet you.
Did you just
I'm Alan Wake.
I won't pretend I don't recognize a famous writer
Please
such
don't
as yourself,
be
Mr.
weird
Wake.
about my wife?
Pleasure.
My
I'm a bit
wife.
weird myself. I hope this isn't too presumptuous of me, but I'm the night host at the local radio station. Any chance I could get an interview?
Look, Mr. Maine, I'm on vacation. In fact, I'd appreciate it if we could keep my being here just between the two of us. I'm sure you understand.
Fair enough. You can trust me to be discreet.
Can
Not a hard man to track down if you change your mind, though. I hope you two have a lovely holiday.
Stop taking pictures. I
Very nice.
hate it.
I got a couple of really good ones.
Good for
See,
you.
friend. That's cute.
Right.
Damn yuppies.
You tell him.
How's my favorite writer? Are you there yet?
Barry. Yeah, we just got here.
Are the
Barry?
locals giving you trouble?
Barry
Just
Burton?
say the word and I'll hop on a plane and come make sure that you're left alone, Al.
No, Barry, we're fine.
Great, great. Just want to make sure you can relax and recharge. So, how is the place? Has it gotten your creative juices flowing?
Bro, we
Barry,
just
we're
got
settling
here. Oh.
Okay, Al. I'll call back later to make sure you're doing okay. And you call me if there's a problem, okay? Okay. Just looking out for you, buddy. Talk to you later.
I love you too, Barry.
I love you,
know
Barry.
he's going to be calling you every 5 minutes.
Barry is Barry. I can always turn off the phone.
What did I tell you?
Text message from Barry. He says hi to you too.
Can we get off the boat now?
Alan, we're here. Come on, let's get back to the car.
Leave this danged
We
ferry.
need to stop at the local diner to get the cabin key from the landlord, a Mr. Carl Stuckey. He's waiting for us.
Stucky.
I'll
Stucky!
go fill her up while you get the key. I'll pick you up here in, say, 15 minutes.
Sure.
Alan, thank you for coming here with me.
I love you too. Go on. I'll promise to behave.
That's not what she said. Alan, that's not what she said.
I'd forgotten there were
graphics,
still
though.
places like this.
Why?
Towns
Okay.
where everybody knew everybody.
Hear me out.
Welcome to the Oh Dear Diner.
Hi, I was wondering
Is
if
that
you
a
could help me.
response to all
I'm looking
concerns?
for...
Yes.
Alan Wake. Oh God, I am your biggest fan.
Ma'am,
I know people
please.
say that all the time, but I really am.
I'm glad to hear that.
Rose.
Rose, I'm looking for Mr. Stuckey. Carl Stuckey?
Carl? Oh, of course, Mr. Wake. He must have gone to visit the restroom. He'll be back in a moment. I can't believe it. I've got all the books.
Also, what is up with
I got the cat from the
remasters?
bookstore
Just thinking
when they
that
took
if
it
they
out
make
the
everything
window.
smooth and shiny, that
They
that
should keep
counts
it
as a
here.
remaster.
Well, okay. Good for you.
I've been having that issue with the Mass Effect remakes.
Try the coffee.
I'm gonna end up hobbled in a bed.
Because it'll break your heart when you have to leave.
Yes.
Rusty here is no longer human.
Yes.
Nothing but black coffee under a thin layer of skin.
Yeah, that makes two of us.
It doesn't count. You sure? You sure?
Are
Look!
you staying long, Mr. Wake?
It's
I
me.
can't believe it. I'm having a conversation
Right.
with Alan Wake.
So much for quiet vacation.
But smooth and shiny isn't necessarily
Are
pretty.
you on your own, or is your wife with you? I can show you the town if
Do
you
me a
want.
favor, Sonny. I could really use.
I love
a
these
tune
guys!
right now.
Sorry, I do remember these
Coconut
dudes!
Number 6 in the jukebox. I do it myself, but both of my legs.
Re-release does
have
not equal
gone to
remaster.
sleep.
This is labeled as a remaster,
Bad
though.
Circulation. Yeah.
Are you serious?
This one is
Coconut
called
again?
Alan Wake
You disgust me.
Remaster.
Call yourself a rocker. Unbelievable. Ah,
It does that.
Right.
It gets stuck. Yeah. You need to give it a good solid whack.
Whack! Whack! Right.
You put the lime in the coconut. Drink them both up. Now that's what I'm talking about. Yes.
I love these guys.
this is it. I've died and gone to hell.
I love them. Also, what are those glasses doing? They were being weird. Hi, you
Go in there, young man. You can hurt yourself in the dark.
water. They're
I
drinking
think
water.
I can handle it, ma'am. I didn't want to wait. I wanted to find Stuckey, to get the key and get out as soon as possible. The
Hello?
waitress was giving me a headache. Overeager fans always did.
Carl Stuckey. Griffin and Justin McElroy at 60. Oh no.
Hello? Mr. Stuckey?
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Carl couldn't make it. Unfortunately, he was taken ill.
Ma'am.
But I have the key for you and instructions on how to get to the lake.
Okay.
I wish you a good stay in my cabin. I'll come by later to check how you've settled in. And to meet
Okay.
your wife. I
Oh,
insist.
okay.
Thanks.
Known fact about Justin McElroy. Unironically loves Jimmy Buffett. We love
Cauldron Lake
we
is a
love Justin
special
McElroy
place.
here.
Very inspiring.
Yeah? You sure? Okay. Scary lady. Gonna...
You got lucky this time, young man. You can hurt yourself in the dark.
It's Log Lady!
This really ought to be fixed. And then I must remind Sarah to change the lights at the station. It's been too long already.
That's a lantern, but that's 100% Log Lady. Hi, Log Lady! Sorry. But yeah, don't make a...
Even that sounds better than your singing.
Are you alright?
Sir.
Splendid,
That's a Log Lady, 100%.
Damn hernia.
Lamp Lady, but that's Log Lady.
They're,
Fucking love Log Lady.
We're waiting for Dr. Hartman to come pick them up. They
Love
wandered
the
off from his clinic
Andersons.
at the Cauldron Lake Lodge.
The Andersons are a delight, honestly. Probably my favorite characters from this game.
Mr. Wake.
Don't talk to me. I don't know who you are.
Mission accomplished. The key and the directions.
My hero. I got some flashlights, just in case.
Excuse me while I just scream about log ladies and bad fans.
Hey, wait! Mrs. Wake! Your keys!
But Stucky! That's my purse! I don't know you!
That diner was a real nut house.
Yeah, it's, we got man juice today. Just a casual man juice kind of day.
Please? This would make a wonderful setting for a book.
We're supposed to be on vacation, Alice. I'll figure it out when we get back home. Okay?
Oh, my arm.
We can talk about this later.
Batman here on PBFF.
I didn't want to talk about it. I wanted to bury my head in sand.
Here's another one of my favorites to go with it.
Once upon a time, I was a successful writer, but that was a long time ago. I hadn't been able to write a word in 2 years. Not since my last book.
It's called writer's block, and it happens to the best of us. Don't force it.
It's gonna be a clear
Even if your editor is pushing you to do it, don't fret it. It's fine.
It gets pretty dark out here, but
I would genuinely love to visit a cabin like this, though. Real talk. Arm still hurts a little bit. It's not as bad as it did, or as it was earlier this morning. If I move it wrong, then it reminds me that it's there. But that's really, like, the worst that I've had as far as my booster is concerned. It's just my arm screaming at me every once in a while. I'll take it, honestly.
It's gorgeous, Alan.
It's something, all right.
It's lovely
Don't
here.
worry, Ellie. I'll get you inside safe and sound before it gets dark.
Okay, but
and I've got
what
the
if
flashlight.
what if there's a thermos around here? The game, hear me out.
Allophobia. The fear of darkness. I wanted to make sure we were inside with the lights on before sunset.
Oh yeah, I forgot she forgot that was a thing. I also think we did pretty dang good, all things considered. I was prepped and ready to just be out for a few days. I was ready to like cancel everything this weekend, like not do streams and just like lay about and be useless for a few days. But like, I feel fine. Like I said before, like I'm a little tired. My joints hurt, like ache. I don't want to say hurt because it's not really a hurt, but it's just like this mild ache. And then my arm is, you know, right like around the injection site is upset. But like I've been taking my temperature every once in a while just to see if I was gonna get like a low grade fever. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. I slept pretty well last night. You know, for me, I the kind of sleep that I usually get. It's been great. Generator. Did I knock that over? I think I did.
An old generator had been connected to the power cable.
Oh, I forgot about this. This is fine. But yeah, even if I was gonna get knocked out for a few days, I was fully prepared for it.
Okay.
It's important. Get vaccinated.
I'll look around a bit.
If people haven't gotten vaccinated or gotten their boosters yet, do it. Do it. It's important and necessary.
It was a beautiful place. I told myself I could
Get
rest here,
jabbed or get
sleep
stabbed.
here, and forget about my work. I thought we could be happy here.
My, how you were wrong. Alright. Let's go. There's so many crows everywhere. Let's get going. Let's get going.
Alice? Honey?
Not the fish. Alice. Wifey poo.
I'm upstairs. I have a surprise for you.
What kind of surprise?
Well, hello there.
I'm not the surprise. It's in the study. Go take a look.
Okay.
Surprise!
Yes! My
Alice?
favorite way to write.
What is this?
below
I
a
guess I have a small
giant
confession to make.
owl.
I thought maybe you could write here that a change of scenery would get you past.
Damn it, Alice, everyone
Hey,
keeps...
hey, just hear me out. There's a local doctor, Dr. Hartman. I read a book of his. He has a private clinic here. He specializes in helping artists. Maybe
So now
I
you
don't
wanna
trust
get me
him.
committed?
No, it's not like that. That's not.
Face.
Alan? Alan?
Dude, she's
Don't,
right.
just
He's
don't.
right in front
I don't
of
wanna
you.
hear it. God
He hasn't
damn
moved.
it, Alice.
Alan, you need to chill out a little bit.
God
Alice, you
damn.
need to stop
I
pushing
knew she
him.
wouldn't follow me in the dark. I needed some time alone to think things
Alan,
through.
get your shit together. Diver's Isle.
Damn it. Alice?
Alice? Alice!
Stop just yelling, my guy.
Going
Go.
All the lights were out.
I'm coming.
It's all right. I'm coming.
No. Not more. Garbarangi. It's fine. Goodness gracious. Hello?
Alice?
Goodbye! Oh, those were the other games we wanted to check out. Some of the other Dark Picture Anthologies ones. Oh, rip!
Oh, no!
Oh no! Alan, what are you doing? You absolute goober.
Keep going.
Wake up.
Oh, our poor head. We got a boo-boo on our noggin.
Waking up in the crashed car felt like I had woken from one nightmare and entered another. I couldn't
Alan, how
remember
did you
how
get
I
here?
got there. All I knew was that something terrible had happened to Alice. The phone was dead. I'd have to find help on foot.
Let's go.
Among Alice's things was a book, The Creator's Dilemma, by a Dr. Emil Hartman. Seeing the book brought back my fight with Alice. I didn't like it, and I didn't like the guy's smug face on the cover either.
Boot! Where are we going? What is happening? That is not the way that I need to go. That will probably end in death. Alan! Alan! I was pushing back! I was trying to walk backwards. Alan, please.
The gas station was my best bet. They'd have a phone I could use. It looked like a long hike through the forest to get there.
Or a quick hop off the cliff. Bad sounds.
Damn.
Goodbye, car! All others are constantly wine drunk. I want to be wine drunk. The authenticity is too much for me. I want realism versus realistic.
Hello?
Hello? Hey, can you turn your brights off? I can't see.
Hello? Someone there?
Do be needing that wine money, it's true. Alright, let's get on it. It's time to write that hit book.
The loose sheets of paper were pages from a manuscript entitled Departure. That was the name I planned to use for the next novel I had never gotten started. I was named the author. I hadn't written it. I couldn't remember writing
Hello?
it. In the scene on the page, the hero was attacked by an axe murderer in the woods at night.
Definitely not letting us know what's going on. Hold on. F5. Title page of the
Departure
manuscript.
by Alan Wake.
Are you really gonna read all of this for me?
The man turned to face me.
Oh no.
His face was covered in shadows. It was hard to make him out in the darkness of the forest that surrounded us, but the axe he lifted was plain to see. It glistened with the blood of his victim. He grinned madly. The shadows were alive, distorting his features. It was a scene from a nightmare, but I was awake.
Hey, Alan. I hate to be the one to break it to you, but, you're not very good. Hey, buddy. Hear me out.
Anybody there?
Hi. I saw you up
Please,
there.
I've been in an accident.
Alan, we just gotta go, okay, buddy? I also love that Alan is trash at writing. But also, I wish he wouldn't, like, narrate his stuff so dramatically. And if he was going to, he really has to lean into that Vicnant voice.
Maybe I wouldn't have to hike all the way down to the gas station to find a phone.
Do like the focus feature so I know what he's talking about at any given time. What's over here? Hello? Hello? I'm not gonna wander around too much. Alan, please. Our camera doesn't allow for us to do tight walks like this, okay? Just like someone else that reads more books than they read.
Please, I'm in an accident.
Can you imagine writing a book that you've never read? That's talent.
Hey! Hey, you! Phil! There's been an accident. I need help. Listen, I need to...
Premium cabins for rent in...
Stucky!
Oh, hell.
Carl Stucky. Pleased to meet you. Non-refundable reservation deposit required. Fair and square. Fair and square.
Is it? Hi, buddy. I am standing on your head. I'm so sorry. I don't have any weapons. Thermos. Is this DVD? It's time to loop the killer. Where are the pallets? I gotta drop them. Let's go. I think I'm the only survivor on, oh! On the map! Where's Hatch? Ah! This is fine. It's all fine. I almost yeeted myself off of a cliff, though. I did hear about Control and Alan Wake taking place in the same universe, which is very funny to me.
Lose? Shit. It's the lady.
Like I said, I'm pretty sure she's doing a 12-hour stream with
Any second
Shrexy
now, Stucky
Ogre.
would be knocking on the door with his axe like Nicholson in The Shining.
This pleases me greatly. I might try and play Control again, honestly. If I do, it won't be on stream.
I wasn't about to open the door, as long as I was liable to catch an axe with my forehead.
That's okay. It's okay for me, at least. Y'all gotta deal with that. Not the pop culture references.
Yes.
Wrightsville Sheriff Station. How may I...
Hello?
Bad. Bad. What is happening?
This is bad.
I was gonna say I can't leave. It wouldn't let me leave, but the door is open now. Get out. Out we go. Let's go. Come on, Alan. Hustle, bud. I can't walk under that. Oh no. Ah! Ah! Okay, okay, okay. This is fine. This is fine. I am in a corner. I'm in a corner! Ah! That hurts me! Okay, but I'm, like, stuck on it! Please! Okay, let's try this one more time. And I am going to turn sensitivity down on the mouse. Because, oh boy, is it all over the place. As a whole. That's still quick, but better. Okay. Let's try this one more time. Oh no, Travis, please. I don't want to hear about Alan's Oedipal struggle comparing his wife to his mother. Okay, this is much better.
Concussion. I'd never fired a gun outside a shooting range, and now I
This
just
is
killed
fine.
someone or something.
I
There were
have
no
to sneeze.
bodies. They just disappeared. If I was dreaming, it felt real enough
Excuse
to make
me.
me sick. Eerie hand-painted graffiti
What is
was
this?
revealed by my flashlight. Someone had hidden a chest of supplies near it.
I like that Alan is just talking over himself. It's great. This is fine. Oh, I forgot that there are lights all around. And then let's turn off that electricity. That
The
kick,
dark forest was the last place I
though.
wanted to go.
That
but I had no
kick,
choice. I had to
though.
get to the gas station.
That was almost spin kick like, honestly. Not quite, but very close. Harry would be proud. Okay, let's get some more of these. What's up here? Manuscript page. Yeah, I guess I didn't realize I had the flare gun equipped, which is why it scared the shit out of me, because I thought it was my revolver. And revolvers should not be exploding like that. I mean, flare guns shouldn't be exploding like that either, but, you know. It's very loud. You like the flashlight swings?
What the
Excuse
hell
you?
was that?
I mean, I wasn't.
When I
But
saw
also...
the river below, something uncoiled itself inside my head. I realized that I'd have to find a way across. I didn't
I've already
even want
found
to
it,
look
Alan.
at the water.
Alan, I've already found the way across. Don't worry about it. I got this handled, buddy. You are in safe hands. Thermos. 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 Okay. Okay. Look here. I mean, I'd believe it. I have no idea where he is. I hear him. What if
Stucky was still out there.
instead of wine,
Stalking me.
it's full of glug? Thermos glug. Glug thermos. Keep you warm and drunk. Alright, what else we got? Hello? Ouch! Reload, 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 reload! Reload! Excuse me. Dying. Just breathed incorrectly. Alan, come on. You gotta get up the rock, buddy. I do really appreciate the general, like, aesthetic of this dang game. It's good. It's spooky. I was mentioning it. It's definitely more, I mean, it's more action horror than anything, right? I think they said that they were going to lean more into the, like, psychological survival horror aspect for the second one. I remember, like, enjoying this game. I also just remember being, like, really annoyed with the ending. But I don't know if that was because the ending was bad or because I was young and stupid and wanted something specific. Yeah, it's definitely very gamey, but it's, like, it's fun. It, like, treads into that, like, kind of, like I said, like, oppressive, spooky atmosphere. And has horror elements, but definitely action game. But good. Story, definite nonsense. But you know what? That's okay. Lean into it. You know what? If you're gonna make it weird and wild, make it weird and wild. That's not where we need to go. Where do I need to go? Not there. All these arrows are pointing this way. Okay. Let's try this.
The staircase
I
was
can
broken.
understand that.
I had to make my way up some other way.
Alright. Nah, it's gonna be interesting and fun to play this again, like, as an adult, to kind of see how I feel about it. Thus far, the mechanics are much better than I remember them being, and that might just be because, A, I'm a little better at video games to some extent than I was when I was a kid, and maybe they've, like, touched them up a little bit as well for the remaster. Who knows? Hop on down, buddy. Don't break your legs, but I guess you do you. Oh, I saw you over there. Oh, 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 oh. Okay, it keeps swapping over to my flare gun. Just automatically.
With all this forestry equipment around, there had to be something I could use to reach
They
the top.
remastered it! This is the remaster! I promise! I'm not just making it up. But, look, I'm not gonna sit here and tell you that Alan Wake is a shit game. I don't think it is. I didn't think it was. I still don't think it was. Oh. Oh. Alright, let's do this. But yeah, just to, like, form an actual full opinion on it now would be great. As opposed to just my generalized, I think I enjoyed it, sort of description that I currently have. Because it's been 10 years since I played it. Shotgun! 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 Everything is right with the world. We have a shotgun. Everything is good and right and well. You love to see it. We'll move the log lift, it's fine. Can I really just, like, take it wherever I want? Beautiful. Alright. Where was that ladder? There it is. Right? Can you imagine trying to wield a shotgun with one hand? Why? Why are you... Alan? Alan! Please. It's more I complain about this style of game, where it's like... like a third over the shoulder or whatever. Just center my character so that when I'm looking straight ahead, I walk straight! Instead of having to, like, constantly look at everything from an angle. Please. That's all I want. It's fine. We'll get used to it. Alright, what do we got? Hello? Shotgun shells! Shotgun shells!
I was just outside for a breath of fresh air, and what a night. I know most of you are probably in your beds by now, but if you're still up and around, take a moment. Step outside for a spell and breathe in deep. The weather is absolutely still. The sky is crystal clear. It's like the forest is quietly breathing along with you.
Ooh.
As you listeners know, I'm a night owl, and it's on nights like this I wish I wasn't cooped up in the studio. Makes an old man like me wish I could just roam wild.
Do
Well,
it.
here I am, and it would keep you company all night long if I weren't. It looks like I'm not the only one staying up late. Caller, you're on the air.
Hey, Pat, it's Maurice Horton.
Hello, Maurice. What are you up to?
Well, I was just taking Toby on his walkies.
Oh, isn't it beautiful?
Walkies!
Sure, but Pat, the reason I called is that Toby heard something rustling in the undergrowth and took off after it, and I couldn't find it.
Probably a rabbit.
Sure. Toby loves rabbits.
It's coming out around the same time as Dead Rising. There might have been...
And Toby's
sorry for the last half of that. There might have been Wiggly protagonists. I'm trying to think of like what other games came out around that time, and I genuinely could not tell you. We all know and understand that
it's out there
my
now.
concept,
Hope
our
Toby comes home
concept,
soon.
the concept of time is hard to grasp. For me, especially, like, during those particular years, just because, like, I don't fucking know anything that was going on during that time period. I was barely in existence at that point.
The gas station was closer now.
Oh,
Its
yeah,
light
I mean,
welcomed
Dead
the
Rising character's a
darkness.
big drunk. I've seen enough of it. But... Hello? Monster Dog! We love dog here. Ah! Please! I am trying to start a generator, my guy! Get the fuck away from me! I can't see and I'm missing every fucking shot. It is TBT. Please. I think I would hate Dead Rising. Honestly. Real talk, I think I would hate it. I know me enough. I would probably despise every second of it. But yeah, surprise, this is Dead by Daylight. No timers. None. None timers? Thanks. Yeah, no, 100% would hate playing Dead Rising. No. No, Fruity, no. No. No timers.
The gas station was closer now.
I think,
Its light
I think
welcoming the
0
darkness.
timers is the appropriate amount of timers.
It's the best with no curves. Monster Dog is second best.
I know he says monster dog, but I like to pretend that he's saying hamster dog. Shit. No, all going never. Stop, Alan! Look, my dude, you have to stop equipping the flare. Okay, listen. We can't just be out here shooting flares randomly. Alright? Thought I heard someone stomping around. What is that? I saw a shiny! There's a shiny over here! Ah! You can't hit me when I'm picking a thing up! Oh my god. I just wanted the manuscript. Fuck it. I don't care enough to want to do that. Alan's bad at writing. This is understood. No. Stop. Alan! Run like a fucking human! Well, you can enjoy Alan's bad writing somewhere else. I need him to run and not start out dodging. Why are dodge and run the same button? Consider. We don't set them as the same button. Okay. This is fine. Right? I need him to run like a person. Who does this? Who does this dodge and then run? Alan! Please! And then he wears himself out so he can't run, and then I get whacked by machetes and axes. I guess that is kind of a stumble. I guess you're right. There has to, you've gotta have a dedicated stumble button. Please. These bad lumberjacks. Come at me, bad lumberjack! That whole, succeeding, like, yeah, getting to the top, like, by falling or whatever? Falling to the top? Is that how that term works? Please. 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 Yeah, falling upwards, thank you. That's what Alan does. But, like, worse than others, please. Okay, look. Let's just go. Alan, we can just go. We can just go. We don't gotta stick around. Right? Failing upwards. Yeah, thank you. Sorry, reading is hard. How do I get down there? Can we just blame Slowbrain? Ah! Please. Please, the trees are in my way! Oh! Yako? Enif. Okay. I don't know where I'm supposed to go. This way? That doesn't seem right. This all seems very wrong! I can hear people wandering around. There he is. This is all rock wall. Here? Do you want me to go here? Here. Okay, we found it. Hello? An arrow pointing up here, which means there might be goodies. There it is. Great. Yeah, if it could stop, like, auto-equipping the flare gun, that would be great. I would love that for me, genuinely. If I wanted the flare gun equipped, I would equip it.
Salad, no. A man like me needs a hefty meal. That's for the day.
Are you sure about that, sir? You should eat the salad. Salads are good. Bad. Can we reload? Great. Grab that manuscript. Do we want to look at the manuscript pages as we find them? Or, like, at the end of stream? How do we want to do that? I guess, are we... I mean, I know Fruity's answer, but is anyone else interested in, checking those out?
Science. It bestows
The Twilight
immortality
Zone!
on those who advance it to elevate all of mankind. Newton.
No, I mean, I don't mind looking at them.
Princes among men. But the price for such a legacy is steep indeed. In Night Springs.
The Twilight Zone.
A quantum suicide.
We might do it, like, at the end of stream. Just kind of read whatever it is that we have found. Hello. Spooky Shadow Men. Hello?
Simple and as you might think, it can be dangerous. It requires.
I want to stand around and like watch and like watch some of the TV shows and like listen to all of the radio broadcasts and stuff, but also some of them are so dang long. Stucky's gotten very close very quickly. Stucky, please. Stucky, please. Stucky, please. Oh. Right? And so it's like, we'll listen to some of it a little bit, but we're not gonna stick around to, like, enjoy the full thing. Okay. Let me take a second. That did jack shit. No, never mind. That did it.
Stucky's body vanished, leaving behind only a lifetime of nightmares to come. Assuming I'd reach the lights at the gas station alive.
Thermos. Glug thermos. Thermos full of alcohol. Let's go. Game, we got too many flares. Hey, game. It's fine. I genuinely will not complain about that. You open that? I'm still not gonna rely on him too much, because I know the second that I do, I will run out of flares. And then I will complain about not having any flares. So, better too many
recognized the parade
than not
float I
enough.
had seen in Bright Falls when I first arrived with Alice.
Check out that deer. Check out that deer. Oh, dear.
After
Yeah,
the insanity
I imagine.
I just experienced in the darkness, the lights of the gas station felt comforting. At least for a moment, the sane world reasserted itself.
I appreciate the generosity. Honestly. Excuse me? Excuse me? Oh, we're gonna be one of those games. Where we don't fully load in everything at all times? Okay. Alright, I can get behind that.
The garage was a mess. It looked like someone had trashed the place, or that there'd been some kind of fight.
You're doing it again.
I'll keep writing. Outside, there's only darkness. Outside the cabin, outside the story, there's only darkness. I can feel her presence in the dark. Just now, I could smell her perfume in the room. I'll reach her. I'll fix it up. I'll bring her back. The story will come true. If I stop, she's lost.
Alan, you can't put that kind of pressure on yourself.
Talking crazy. Was I losing my mind?
I mean, probably, but that's okay. What? Use what? Use the phone. Good. I'm glad Travis is doing stuff. Not that that makes it sound like he never does stuff all the time. But I'm glad he's helping out. Hi, ma'am.
Oh, thank God, Sheriff.
Sheriff Sarah Breaker. You are...
I'm Alan Wake, but listen. I was in a car crash. My wife, Alice, she's missing.
Calm down, Mr. Wake.
We were staying in a
Have you
cabin
seen
on
my
the island,
wife?
on Cauldron Lake.
There's no island on Cauldron Lake. Not since the big eruption in the 70s.
Please, I can take you there, okay?
You look like you've taken a pretty bad knock to the head. Are you okay?
No.
Listen.
We'll figure this out. Please get in the car. We'll swing by the lake and then we'll go to the station. Okay? Mr. Wake, have you seen Stucky, the guy who owns this place?
I realized I couldn't tell her what had happened in the forest. She wouldn't have believed me. And then she wouldn't have helped me with Alice.
Yeah, so about Stucky. I did a murder on him. You cool with that? What is he doing back here? Just Alan, come on. Have we still not answered her question? It's a little sus if you ask me. You know what, genuinely for like a game from 2010, it doesn't look terrible. Like even as a remaster, it's definitely very smooth.
A candy-colored clown they call the Sandman tiptoes to my room.
I'm just giving it
every
shit
night.
because I can.
And just a sprinkle of stardust.
Mostly just reminds me of those like
go to sleep. Everything.
those like animated portions of like games from like the early 2000s, like the late 90s, early 2000s.
Then
let's just skip. I don't know if that music is copywritten or not, and I'm not gonna take a chance.
Thank you for coming here with me. I thought maybe you could.
I also forgot that this was done in like episodes.
Now, she's missing.
Alice? Alice?
I woke up behind the wheel of a crashed car. I missed the awake. I was attacked by shadowy men straight from a nightmare. The sheriff took me to the lake Alice and I had stayed at. But the
I'm
cabin
starting to
had
get a little
disappeared.
tired, so we might call it a little early. This seems a good place to end anyway. It's, you know, the start of a new episode or whatever. We can pick it back up on Monday.
I'm home.
Back here, sweetie. How was it?
Worst weather I've ever seen.
It's with the Andersons, isn't
Put
it?
some coffee on.
Vaguely remember that one. All right, let's. Yeah, like I said, let's end it here for now. Because I'm starting to get a little tired. But that gets us started with Alan Wake, which is exciting, and we finished In Sound Mind. We've done a lot. We've accomplished a lot in a little less than 2.5 hours. So yeah, Alan Wake will probably be our new evening game for the time being. Which is exciting. We'll do some Deadly Premonition this weekend, which is also exciting. We will probably finish My Lovely Daughter this next week. I might also just be bored with it, and so we might move on to Witchwood on Monday. We'll see. We'll see how I feel by the end of the weekend. I'll let everyone know what the plan is for that. But yeah. Shall we find someone to raid? Mrs. Kiwi is still going. Great. I have no one else online, though. No one else is online. Does anybody have any suggestions or recommendations? Otherwise, I'd be fine with just ending stream here. Lamecifer! Let's go hang out with Lamecifer. I know Mrs. Kiwi is on. But we've already done a raid into the goofy stream. Let's go hang out with Lamecifer. Fantastic. Pulling up the stream now. No more Shrek. All done with Shrek. We did it the once. No more Shrek. Looks like Lamecifer is doing some Near Replicant. Alright. Let's go ahead and start that raid. Thank you everyone for being here, as always. We love ya. Like I said, we'll be back tomorrow for... Excuse me. Whatever that game is that I said previously. Deadly Premonition. Do some Deadly Premonition tomorrow. And, yeah. Take care of your dang selves. Go send love over to our friend. And I'll see y'all later. Goodbye.